shadows know your secrets.
If you're watching this with headphones on, remove them now, because some sounds remember you. This story is about a room that should not exist, a recording that was never played, and a voice that knew my name before I ever spoke. The last listening room, chapter 1, the archive that breathed the building had no sign. That was the first thing that felt wrong. No board, no plaque, no peeling letters to suggest it was ever meant to be found. Just a concrete block squatting between two abandoned factories on the outskirts of the city, like something that had grown there rather than been built. I was a sound engineer. That's important, because what happened next doesn't work if I wasn't. I had spent 11 years recording silence. Well, what people call silence. The soft hum of air ducts, the distant thud of traffic miles away, the microscopic hiss that lives inside every room, every microphone, every human ear. Silence is never silent. That's why I took the job. The email came at 2:41 a.m. Subject: audio restoration contract. Immediate no sender name. Just an address made of random letters and numbers. Inside was a single sentence and an address. No phone number, no signature. I should have deleted it. Instead, at 6:12 p.m. the same day, I stood in front of the building with my equipment bag cutting into my shoulder, and the feeling that something inside was waiting for me. The door opened before I touched it. No creak, no motor. Just open. Inside, the air was colder than outside, unnaturally cold, not freezer cold, grave cold. A man waited in the hallway, tall, thin, no eyebrows. Daniel Harper, he said. I never told him my name. You're late, he added. My watch said I was exactly on time. He turned and walked. I followed. The hallway lights flickered, not randomly but rhythmically, like breathing. In, out, in, out. At the end of the hall was a door marked only with a number. L17, this is the listening room, the man said. You will work alone. Do not remove your headphones. Do not respond to any voice you recognize. And if you hear your name, he paused. Leave immediately. Before I could ask anything, he shut the door, locked it. Chapter 2, recordings without source. The room was perfect, acoustically impossible actually. No echo, no reflection. Sound died the moment it was born. At the center stood a desk. On it, an old reel-to-reel recorder, headphones, and a monitor. The screen lit up on its own. File 1, playback required. I put on the headphones. The first sound was static, then breathing. Not close, not distant, surrounding, like lungs all around me, inhaling at different speeds. I checked the waveform. No peaks, no data, yet I could hear it. I removed the headphones. The breathing stopped. I put them back on. It resumed. That was when I realized something horrifying. The breathing matched mine perfectly. I yanked the headphones off. The screen changed. File 2, do not interrupt against my better judgment. I pressed play. This time it was a rude tone. Familiar. Too familiar. I recognized it. It was my old apartment. The soft hum of my refrigerator. The ticking clock I kept by the bed. The distant siren that passed every night at 3:17 a.m. I moved closer to the monitor. Then I heard myself cough. My stomach dropped. I whispered, "This isn't possible." The recording whispered back, "That's what you said then, too." I froze. The voice wasn't coming from the headphones. It was coming from behind me. Chapter 3, the rule about NAMES. I didn't turn around. I remembered the rule. Do not respond to any voice you recognize. The sound behind me took a step closer. I could hear the fabric of clothing move. Then it spoke again. Daniel, my name, soft, familiar, loving, my mother's voice. She had died 8 years ago. The lights dimmed. The monitor showed a new message. File 3, final restoration. My hands shook as I pressed play. This time it was screaming. Dozens of voices layered together. Men, women, children, crying out in terror. But underneath it all was a low tone, a frequency so deep it vibrated my teeth. I boosted the audio, separated the tracks. That's when I saw the labels. Daniel Harper, 14/8/2031, that was tomorrow. The screaming voice isolated. It was mine. Chapter 4, The room listens back, the walls began to hum. The sound wasn't audible at first, it was felt. Like pressure building inside my skull. The door handle rattled. I ran to it, locked. Behind me the breathing returned. Closer now, I turned. The room was full. Shadows stood where empty space had been. Tall, twisted, featureless. Each one wore headphones. Each one was listening. And all of them turned their heads toward me at the same time. The man from the hallway spoke from everywhere at once. This room records the moment people realize they are not alone. I screamed. The recorder started spinning on its own. The man smiled. Please, he said softly, try to keep your voice steady. We prefer clean audio. Chapter 5. The sound that ends you. I don't remember running. I don't remember the door opening. I remember only one sound. A tone so pure, so absolute that it erased thought. As it played, memories drained out of me. My childhood, my face, my name. The last thing I heard was my own voice, calm and distant, speaking into a microphone. If anyone finds this recording, do not listen. The house that breathes after midnight. They say houses are made of bricks, cement, and wood. But some houses are made of memories, some are made of pain, and some houses are made of hunger. This story is about one such house. And if you're listening to this at night, if you're alone, if the lights are off, then remember one thing. The house you live in might already know you're awake. Chapter 1. The cheap house. When I first saw the house, it looked tired, not haunted, not broken, just exhausted. It stood at the end of a narrow lane, surrounded by empty plots, like it had been forgotten by the city. The landlord didn't ask many questions, didn't ask for references, didn't even negotiate the rent. Almost like he wanted me inside as fast as possible. Before leaving, he said one thing, his voice low, nervous. Don't go outside at the night time. I laughed. That was my first mistake. Chapter 2. The first night was quiet. Too quiet. No traffic noise. No dogs barking. No insects. Just silence so thick it pressed against my ears. At exactly 12:07 a.m., I heard it. A sound like breathing, slow, deep, rhythmic. I sat up. The sound wasn't from outside. It was coming from inside the walls. I told myself it was old plumbing. That lie lasted 10 minutes. At 12:17 a.m., the breathing changed. It became faster, exciting. Chapter 3. The name. On the third night, something worse happened. I was lying in bed, scrolling my phone when the breathing stopped. Complete silence. Then, Amit, my name, whispered right next to my ear. I jumped up, heart pounding, lights on. Nothing, but on the wall above my bed, there were fresh handprints, not dusty, not old, wet. Chapter 4. 3:17 a.m. Every night after that, it happened. At exactly 3:17 a.m., 3 knocks on the bedroom door. Slow, deliberate. Knock, knock, knock. I didn't open it, because the third knock was always followed by a on the other side. Heavy, wet, like something trying to swallow me. Chapter 5. The door was in the middle of the bed. 3:16 a.m. The knock didn't come. Instead, I heard the footsteps on the bed. From the bathroom, I looked at the mirror. Saw myself still lying on the bed, sleeping, but smiling. Chapter 6. The neighbor. I finally spoke to the old woman next door. Her face turned pale when I mentioned the house. She whispered, "Woe God, Logan Co. Sick to high, Ernst." She told me everyone who lived there started hearing their name, then their voice, then their face, until the house didn't know anymore. Chapter 7. I placed my phone at night at 3:17 a.m. The knock came, but when I listened to the recording, there were 4 knocks, and the voice said, "It's time to go inside." Chapter 8. The door opens on the 7th night. I woke up at 4 a.m. The bedroom door was open. The breathing was now inside me. I felt fingers touching my neck. The voice perfectly covered mine said, "Meet me outside." Chapter 9. They escaped away, left, didn't lock the door, didn't look back. As I reached the door, I heard knocking from inside my chest 3 times. Chapter 10. The final truth. Months later, I passed the lane again. The house was freshly painted, lights on, with the let sign outside. and through the window I saw myself standing inside, breathing, smiling, waiting.